Hello everybody, Don Peterson coming to you from the Swing Factory Golf Studio on the north side of Atlanta. Wanted to go over another putting, I guess kind of a philosophy of mine. You know, we see Jordan Spieth setting up, obviously left hand low, but he looks at the hole a lot when he putts. He doesn't do it on every putt, but he does that quite often, and he's not the first one to do that. I actually grew up years and years ago. A friend of mine did the same thing. He never read a putt. He would never get down and look at the break or anything. He just stood over it and kind of got a feel and then just looked at the hole and rocked his shoulders. And he was an excellent putter, by the way. So the concept that I wanted to go over with I think it has a little bit to do with what Jordan Spieth does and how he feels about his putting strokes. I think it's like you're building this trust in your ability to hit the ball where you want it to go based on kind of almost like a sixth sense. I'll give you an example. I was explaining this to someone, and they told me, you know, in military, they used to teach you to raise the rifle and aim and shoot, but they stopped doing that because by the time you got it up here and you aimed and shot, you were already dead. So they started teaching people to kind of just pivot and shoot from the hip. So you learned how to just kind of shoot from here because that's the way you're walking with your rifle. So I think there's something to that. So as I'm trying to teach people, what I'm trying to get them to understand is when you hit a putt, you need to have this feeling that you're lined up right before you pull the trigger. If you don't have that feeling, then you're guiding it or you're trying to manipulate it. In fact, there's times when I've set up on putts when it didn't feel right, and then I tried to make the putter go where I wanted it to go, and that doesn't work, I can promise you. So you've got to get yourself set up right. So how do you do that, and how do you trust yourself? And I've got a couple different videos that I'm putting out talking about this, but I'm going to rock my shoulders here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to look down, and you know, we have peripheral vision, and I want you to use your peripheral vision. I'm going to call this is kind of like peripheral power putting or something like that, okay? So you know, if I put my fingers up here and I look straight ahead, I can see my fingers going away from me quite a ways. All the way out to here. I can see both of those fingers, but you know, your peripheral vision doesn't go up and down. A lot of magic tricks are done because you can't see here and I can't see here, and see my fingers haven't gone very far. So getting back to the peripheral part, okay, so my vision goes this direction, and if I set up and make a putting stroke, and let's say I've practiced a good stroke and I've got a nice putting stroke, what I want to do is just let that happen. I'm just going to do my motion back and forth. I'm going to hit a putt, and I'm not going to watch it. I'm just going to use my peripheral vision. I'm going to watch the ball go away from me with my peripheral vision, all right? So I'm just going to set up, hit a putt, and I'm not going to look up. I'm just going to look down here and watch it go away using my peripheral vision. I'm just going to keep doing that. Just set up, rock my shoulders, and just watch the putt go away from me. Not with my eyes, I guess it is with my eyes, but with my peripheral vision. All right, every time you do that, all right, you're kind of, and what I want you to try to do is ingrain this, I don't know, etch this path of the putt in your mind so that you can quickly know whether you're lined up at that target out there. So I can have a target that's here, or I can have a target that's out here, but I can feel it if I'm set up correctly because it's in the same path. If that target's in the same path of the path that I have etched in my brain, that makes me feel comfortable that I can go ahead and rock my shoulders and hit it. All right? So if I can put that ball right now, which is my target, and I'll go for the left ball. So I'm going to try to have that etched path in my brain. I know where it is. So I'm trying to set up so that I can just rock my shoulders and have it etched in there so I can get it going that direction every time. So it's kind of a trust thing, but it's also, it's teaching you really awareness of your body alignment, and I think that's more important. There's so many times I've putted, and I think people I've even watched, there's a lot of people that probably think this way. It's like, you got to get the putter face perfectly square, and you got to make a path that's perfect to hit the putt into the hole. And sometimes when you're concentrating on all that, that's technique, and you're not so target oriented. So work on this peripheral power putting move that I call, okay? And give me some feedback. Let me know how it works for you. But I think if you can get this etched into your mind where your target actually is, you'll be a better putter. And then obviously you're not going to have straight putts. You have to get the feeling of, okay, where's the break and where's the peak of the break, and then you've got to line up and let the ball go that direction. But again, it goes back to trust. Take care, and let me know what you think of this tip. Thanks, and come back again.